Look at this pot of boiling water. Think there's anything special about it? Well, there's a lot of thermodynamic things going on right now. And two of the most important questions in thermodynamics are how much work is being done and how much heat transfer is happening. Before we can answer those questions, we gotta talk about boundaries. No, not emotional boundaries. We gotta talk about system boundaries. System boundaries are imaginary lines that you draw in space that separate the system, what you're looking at, versus the surroundings or the environment. The only things that can cross that imaginary line that you drew are work, heat transfer, and mass flow. Now today we're going to be talking about two different types of system boundaries. We're going to be talking about control mass and control volume. Let's start with control mass, also called a closed system. That means the mass you're tracking never leaves the system boundary. No mass in, no mass out. The only things entering or leaving the system are work and heat transfer. Think of a sealed piston cylinder. The gas inside expands and contracts, but it never leaves. That's a control mass. Same matter, changing energy. Now contrast that with a control volume, or an open system. Here, mass can enter and exit the system boundary because we're tracking a specific region in space, not a specific amount of matter. Imagine a pump or a turbine or even your kitchen faucet. Mass flows through the control volume, and that's the whole point. All right, let's break this down side by side. Control mass versus control volume. First up, mass transfer. Control mass doesn't have any mass transfer because no mass crosses the system boundary. You're tracking the exact same molecules. But in a control volume, mass can flow in and out. That's the whole point. Think of a pipe or a pump. Fluid enters, fluid leaves. What about energy transfer? In both systems, you can have heat and work interactions across the boundary. But for control volumes, there's an extra piece, flow work, the energy carried by the moving mass itself. Now let's talk boundaries. A control mass has a fixed amount of matter. The boundary might move like a piston, but a control volume has a fixed region in space, like a segment of pipe or a pump housing, while the contents flow through it. Still confusing? Let's try this analogy. Imagine you're going on a vacation and you're packing your suitcase. You zip it up, put it on the plane, and take it off and open it up when you get to the destination. The contents might have moved around a little bit, but nothing's entered or left the suitcase. That's a control mass. Now imagine an airport security terminal. People flow in and out, but the area stays fixed. That's a control volume. The difference is what you're tracking, people or matter or location. Okay, let's come back to the boiling pot of water, and hopefully now you can see it through a thermodynamic lens. If we draw our system boundary just around the pot of water and no water's boiling, then no mass is leaving or entering. So you've got a control mass. But because steam is leaving our system, then we've got mass leaving the system, and that means we've got a control volume. Same pot, same water, but depending on how you define your system, changes how you analyze it drastically. And that's the heart of thermodynamics. Before you begin to solve any problem, you need to first ask yourself, what's the system? What are the boundaries? What am I tracking? Because once you begin to do that, everything starts to make sense.